Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Uncovered Podcast, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can I talk now?
I'll think about it.
Okay,
Just
cool,
wait
cool.
a second.
I'll wait.
Thank you guys. It's another beautiful day. Well, not really. Well, it is a beautiful day, but it's gloomy. It's not sunny. It's very, very gloomy and raining. But it's the Uncovered Podcast with Nick and Femi. I'm here. I'm Femi, and this is my magnificent co-host.
Hi, guys. I'm Nick. How you guys going?
Hi, guys. I'm Nick.
Hi, guys. I'm Nick. Doing a little bit of that.
Nah,
What's been going on, man?
Well, I've been so blessed, bro. It's been a really, really good day. It's been a really, really good week. So I can't really complain, man. Honestly.
Yeah. It has been a really good week for us, actually. You know, we've done a lot of exciting things.
Yes.
As you guys already know, beating up to this, we're launching the Recharge program. You can keep that shit running. Keep it running.
Oh. Shout out to the Italians.
Buongiorno. Which is exciting, and that's coming so soon. So we're officially, I know we originally said that our intake was going to be, we're going to launch on the 10th. Things got a bit, chaotic in that. So we pushed it back another week, and we're officially launching on the 17th of August, which we're so pumped, so excited, so much work, blood, sweat, and tears have come into this, but it's finally coming together.
Yes.
And I just know it's going to be amazing, and that's what I'm really excited about.
Me too. I think that this is going to be one of the best programs in the space. So I'm excited for everybody to see it and check it out. 17th of August is going to be the day.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But apart from that, man, you and I, we've had a good week.
Yes.
Not even just on a business level, but on a personal level as well, just doing a lot of good things. I tell a lie.
No,
I'm hurting.
No. All I got to say is someone in this room is going through some things.
Oh, man. I swear, it's not an episode of Uncovered Podcast if someone's not going through some things.
But thankfully, this time it's not me.
Yeah, that's it. It's not you. But
I'm always going through some shit.
You're always going through something.
Some shit. But
this time I got hit with a little bit of shit.
Yeah, sorry.
But, we're getting through it, everybody goes through some shit. It's all part of the process, We just talk about it. But I'm not going to talk about this one, though, unfortunately.
Definitely not. We like to tell you guys everything. But this one, ain't it?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not what we're going to talk about today. But we are going to talk about something that is important. It's not as important as what this is, what you were talking about. But it is very, very important for this podcast. And it's a perfect combination of the stress series. And I'm going to let my sensational co-host take it away from you.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to speak. Thank you so much. You gave me the right one. No, but thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. I'm so excited. Okay. This is my one shot.
Yes.
So, but obviously, guys, over the past 4 weeks or 3 weeks, actually, we've been talking a lot about stress. Mm-hmm. Such a prevalent topic, especially with what's going on right now. But what I want you guys to really notice is that we've spoken about specific topics. The first one was about understanding your triggers. The second one was about reprogramming your association. The third one was about the cost of inaction. And the way I really want to conclude this, which I think is really, really important, and they had underlying meanings with each one of the topics we're talking about, is the power of self.
Exactly.
And what I mean by that is the power that at the end of the day, we can do all these strategies, we can talk about all these things, but in order for us to elicit any form of change, it's going to come down to us. We need to be the pioneers in us being able to alleviate our stress. We need to control the car. We need to control the wheel. We need to take ownership of what's going on here. Right. And I think that a lot of the times we don't actually realize how much of a role that we actually play when it comes down to it. Because in life, everything's full of choices. And what we've been doing and what we've been trying to address is giving you guys a little bit of choices for you guys to think about in order to make this journey a little bit easier. But ultimately, what's going to come down to you is you making an definitive decision to be I'm going to actually alleviate my stress. I'm going to get to the top of this. I'm going to manage it because there's a lot of support. There's a lot of things that you can do. And I really just want to empower you guys with this episode to know how much of a role that you guys play when it comes to this journey.
Exactly. And I think that it's a perfect kind of continuity from last week's episode. So I'm really excited to hear what you have to say because a lot of this is something that you brought up the topic of wanting to do this part.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited to hear what your perspective is because I said my perspective at the end of last episode.
Yeah.
We'd really be interested to see what you have to think about it and your perspective. So kind of give people the rundown of what you're thinking. What approach are you thinking, young Nick?
Yeah. So when I talk about power self and I look at, self, I think of myself, obviously a lot of that comes down to self-awareness, but you guys already know that. That's the fundamental component of this. But what I'm actually trying to say here is that it's the power of you guys actually like making a strong, bold decision to be like, I'm actually going to get to the top of this. Because what I think happens a lot of the time is that we tend to feel like when we're getting overwhelmed, when we're feeling stressed, when we're feeling like we're not in control, we feel like we can't, that like we have to fall victim to the stress.
Yeah.
We feel like, you know, we're powerless in around this stress. We feel like we can't say anything to ourselves to allow us to get over that the stress has won. What's happening at work is too stressful. What's happening with relationships is too stressful. We're losing to all these external things out here. And when I'm really thinking about this topic, what I'm really thinking about is like an affirmation, like a declaration to yourself to be like, you know what? Like anytime that you're feeling low, anytime that you're feeling like you've lost, that you're not in control, is about being able to tell yourself every single time that at the end of the day, like I'm powerful, I'm strong, I'm courageous, and I can control my life. And I think that those are powerful tools, those powerful exercises, something that you do for yourself in the morning, like an affirmation about that, is so fundamental to in order for you guys to be able to boost your confidence when it comes to this, because there's going to be times where you feel like you've lost. You know, you're going to be doing all these tools, all these strategies, doing all these things, and it's going to be going well for like a certain period of time. But then after that, you know, there's going to be times where you get hit with hurdles and you see yourself going backwards. So you need to be able to have those kind of reminders every single time to be able to manifest and create, not manifest, but to be able to really create some change when it comes to this. And like, that's kind of the big point that I want to hone in. And I just want to talk a lot more about, because even in my life, like there's times where I'm feeling quite low, I'm feeling quite shit, I'm feeling quite powerless. And sometimes I have a little bit of reliance on like an external factor to motivate me. Like, you know how like people go see like Tony Robbins and stuff like that. Like what you're actually looking for is not for Tony Robbins to like do something, but it's for him to just empower you and tell you that, you know, I'm actually powerful and I can do this. And that's just kind of the reminder that I wanted to bring up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. So basically, if I'm getting what your 3 minutes of waffle is getting at.
If you can dissect it.
If I can dissect what you're trying to say with a little bit of word economy.
So I was doing a little bit of research. I'm sorry. Okay. So I was watching them YouTube videos. So we do a little bit of word economy. Okay.
No. But Sissy, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, it's all about the power within, right? It's all about how we see ourselves. And it's all about the way that we kind of give ourselves the permission to step up and be in that level to be able to kind of manage our stress, right? Because we always don't, if we have low self-esteem and low confidence, we're not going to feel confident that we're able to handle the stress. So we're probably less likely to engage in things that are going to help alleviate the stress.
Exactly. And not only that, even when you do engage in activities like that, because like that big thing about it is like, even if you undertake any program or you undertake any type of therapy, it's like, at the end of the day, like we're here just trying to like, we're here to support you and help you and guide you to the right direction. But it's going to come down to you at the end of the day. And even when you do make that decision and you go through with the process and it's helping and it's working out for you, there's going to be times when it's not. There's going to be times when you're going to see yourself crash and you're going to go back around that emotional roller coaster. So that's why it's like the power of self is really important to know that at the end of the day, when you do go through those things, you have the awareness firstly that those things are going to happen, but you also have the confidence to be able to overcome it.
Exactly. And I love that. I think that people need that empowerment. People need that inspiration, not that motivation. People need that inspiration. I think that I've spoken about this beforehand, how motivation is a temporary drug, whatever. And inspiration is a lot more permanent, a lot more long lasting. You know, it's just like when you go get like an airbrush tattoo. It lasts for a few days, motivation.
Yeah.
But when you get a real ink in your skin and they tear your skin and they put ink in there, it's much more permanent, right?
Exactly.
And that's what inspiration is. You're finding that power and that empowerment with yourself. And I think that this episode is going to be really good in terms of like, last week we talked about you've got to kind of take action. And now I think we're giving people the power, or giving people the understanding of like empowering them or empowering themselves to be able to take that action.
Exactly.
Makes perfect sense.
Exactly. Because you don't have to be a victim to your stress.
No, you do not.
Like it's not a part of your life. And I think that's what you would have learned, in that exercise that you would have done last week, where you're like, you know, this is where I am now currently on the left-hand side, and this is where I want to be on the right-hand side. You know what I mean? It's like, this doesn't have to be where I'm at. I'm more than capable of getting to this side. I'm more than capable of getting to where I deserve to be. I deserve to be there for a reason. But it's like, unless we back ourselves and unless we give ourselves the permission and the empowerment to be like, you know what, I can do this. I know that I'm worthy of this and I truly believe it. Because it's one thing to be able to just say it and be like, yeah, I know I can do this. You probably hear it all the time. You might have got a therapy session and people will tell you something like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, exactly.
But you don't really believe it. And that's the difference. You know what I mean? It's not about just being able to say it, but it's about truly, honestly believing like, I'm capable of this. And surrounding yourself with people as well that can empower you to do that as well plays a part. But ultimately what it comes down to, like how you concluded, is that like no one's here to hold your hand but you, man.
Yeah. I like that. Do you know what I mean? I really like that. It's like it's that reassurance piece that people need to reassure themselves. It's like, yeah, I really like that. Say that last bit you said one more time. The last bit. Just the last like 10 seconds of what you just said. I think people missed it. Just say it again.
I think I missed that. I might have gone over my head. I think I was talking about people actually.
That's like crazy. This guy just talks and he doesn't even hear what he's saying.
No, I know what I'm saying, but I can't figure how I put it together. But it was more essentially along the lines of like people surround them. At the end of the day, people want people around them to be able to support them and help them. But at the end of the day, no one's going to hold your hand in this. It all comes down to you. You're in control of your life.
Yeah.
Like it literally comes down to you.
Yeah, exactly right. And I think it's what you've said that was really beautifully articulated is like people can get shit intellectually.
Yeah.
But from an emotional level and a mental, like a real kind of like understanding level, it's very different. It's very hard. Everybody knows. If you talk to anybody, they know, yeah, I should probably take care of myself.
Of course.
Yeah, I mean, like that's not a hard concept to get intellectually, but obviously they don't understand it to the degree. Otherwise, they wouldn't be doing the things that they're doing.
Exactly.
So it's really important that we all vet ourselves. I think that it's a really important thing. We always talk about journaling and self-reflection. That's just a way of vetting yourself, right? It's all just like, okay, well, am I actually doing this? I know I should probably take care of myself and manage my stress and take responsibility. But am I?
Exactly.
Because I understand it. I understand that I should probably be the architect of my future.
Yeah.
But am I doing that? Probably not. You know what I mean? The truth is, it's probably not. Most people aren't. That's what I've realized is most people aren't. I've been doing this. We've been in this space for many years. I've spoken to a lot of people. And what I've realized is most people are not architects of their future. And most people understand that they should be, but they don't know what that means. And so because they don't know what that means, they don't do it.
Yeah. And what I found is that people don't actually ask themselves enough questions as well. Especially with a goal or whatever it is that they're trying to work towards. Like people just say things like, it's not even just about with our mentor, but just in everything, like people just say things, but there's no actual goal or they're not asking themselves enough questions to make sure that whatever they're saying can actually come to fruition.
Yeah.
And it's really, really important, like when we do journaling, even if you guys want to start doing journaling, which I would highly encourage, especially if you're trying to unlock that power of self, is that if your goal, let's say, we've done a stress series, so I'm guessing that your goal would be to alleviate stress. That when you're journaling, like just for like a part or a section of that page where you're journaling, you have questions that you sit there that are all about helping you get to that goal of alleviating stress.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is that you ask yourself questions that's just like, okay, what am I trying to do? What do I want to achieve today when it comes to my stress? Just a simple question like that. How did I go yesterday when it came to managing my stress? What triggered me yesterday when it comes to my stress? All those kind of simple things that we were speaking about all the previous series ago, you ask yourself those kind of questions and you do that for a certain period of time, maybe like a month. And because what you're doing is that you're having that constant reminder every single time that your intention for the day is to be able to help you manage and alleviate this. And that's giving you the power. Once you have an intention, you have that focus, it's giving you the power to be like, I'm going to go and get it. You kind of have that disappointment, especially if you journal in the morning and you come back at night. You have your goals for the day, you say your intention for the day and you go back and reflect. You don't want to disappoint yourself. You naturally don't. And that's how you guys can unlock the power of self. Like once you guys start doing things that give you a lot more accountability and you realize how much of a role you play and how much this is actually you at the end of the day, you're going to be able to see changes. Stress is just one component of mental health and the mental fitness part that we're talking about here. But there's going to be so many struggles. Life just throws so many struggles, slaps, give you jab, jab, left hook. Like I got a big uppercut, today. But that's just life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, and when you do these works and you just empower yourself, you keep yourself like ready for it, you're going to be able to tackle it.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that you touched on something that is really important. I think that what you're trying to articulate as well is the power of self integrity.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
it's very, very important. People don't understand that. People don't really see the correlation to stress. But come down to it. If you're talking about, okay, I want to get to here, you play an active role in your mental health, so you know that you've got to do something.
Exactly.
So I think that people don't have much self integrity in terms of like, if I say I'm going to do something, I actually do it.
Yeah.
Vet yourself. I swear to God, vet yourself. If you take a time to be like, okay, over a course of a week, 2 weeks, a month, right? You'll realize what's the percentage of times that I actually do the shit that I'm gonna say in terms of like put in my diary or my to-do list, all that kind of stuff. How many times I do it? I bet you most of them are under 50%. That's the truth. It's like we want to achieve so much. We want to be able to address our stress and address all these things, and it's not going to just happen. You need to do the work, right?
Exactly.
And the work isn't necessarily go out and do 10-star jumps or whatever. The work might be do some self-reflection, sign up to a course, see someone,
Exactly.
talk therapy, do all of those things. Take the first steps, call the hotline, do those things that are like the first basic steps. Doesn't matter where you are in this process. It's just really important that you're taking those steps and be honest with yourself. Self-integrity, like everything, is a muscle and it can be trained. It can be trained. If you're at 50% today, you can train and try to be at 55 and then go to 60. And you can train it up until you're 100%. Everything you say, you do it.
Yeah.
And it's really important because you're not going to get where you want to go without it. And it's so important that we say this because we've got to be your unreasonable friends. Because the truth is, you probably don't have many unreasonable friends.
Yeah.
Most people don't.
Exactly.
I'm thankful that I do, but most people don't have enough unreasonable friends that are telling them you're taking the piss.
Literally.
Real talk, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's hard to hear because like even myself, I can only speak for myself. I don't know about anybody else's situation, but I speak for myself. When I was going through tough times, I was taking the piss, bruv. I was the victim. It was like, people don't get what it's like. People don't get it.
Yeah.
How would you like it if you were, what would you do if this was this? I always felt like nobody understood, but it didn't. And the truth is, nobody can understand what you're going through because it's only your experience. However, it doesn't change the fact that you're still responsible to be taking those steps in your own life, in your own recovery, in your own the own place that you want to be. And I didn't get it. I did not get it. When I would hear something like this, I'd be like, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. He's never been in this situation. He doesn't know what it's like. How am I supposed to go and eat healthy when I can barely get out of bed in the morning?
Exactly.
How am I supposed to do that? How am I going to do that? But the fact of the matter is, everybody's first step, everybody's baseline is different.
Exactly. Like, you know the answer to that.
You know what the step one is.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? You know what your first step is.
Exactly.
You know it. Be honest with yourself. And if you don't know it, have a chat with someone that might be able to help you figure it out.
Exactly.
Or self-reflect. All those things are so, so important and so doable. Shit, give myself a round of applause.
But it's like it's real talk. Like
real
it's
talk,
legit. And I think that that's just a really important thing that I just wanted to nail on with this one, because this is like, it's just a beautiful way to end the stress series, but it's also going to be like a theme that you're going to notice throughout like your whole entire life, especially when it comes to mental health. It's like, you need to step up. You need to do the work. You need to surround yourself with people that are going to empower you to do the work. There's all these support, there's all these things available to you guys. Like, there truly is. It's up to you whether you're going to engage with it or not. So
that's it, 100%.
That's it.
I guess that's a perfect way to round up the episode in the series. I guess thanks for listening to the series.
No, that's it. Thanks
for listening to the series. It's been really, really it's been a lot for us because it's been this program that we're launching has been in the works for a long, long time. And it's a passion project. It's something that we put a lot of effort, a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of resources, everything that we have, we've put it into this launch. And we're going to continue to do so. We want it to get better.
Exactly.
And we're really, really glad that we've been able to kind of like culminate it in this way. So if you have any questions about the process or the program or anything that we're doing, if you're having any issues with stress or, whatever, hit us up. Hit us up at Nick and Femi everywhere. Hopefully the website comes soon. That's it.
That's it.
Looking at you, Nick.
Looking at me. I'm not looking at. We'll see how it goes. We'll see. No, but honestly, like legit, hit us up.
Yeah.
And I would honestly like if you guys really want to like take the steps to do this, like I'd love for you guys to jump on board. Like I literally think that this is like a game changer, and it's gonna be, I think for everybody, like this will something that's gonna make a difference. Like I genuinely believe that I think this is gonna be, like Femi said, this is the best program out in the space. And just I want you guys to check it out. So if you want to, hit us up. And we'll talk about it.
Yeah. And we're not just saying that. We have sussed every single program in the space, and we've seen it, and our aim is to make it one step better than every single one. And I think that we've really done it. So we're not just saying that. We really do mean it. We've sussed them. We're not just like, oh, maybe. There's not that many programs in the space.
Yeah, anyway. So it's like, I sussed the whole space, like you
There's
said.
not that many.
Like I just spent 20 minutes.
Because there aren't that many, I know it's the best shit.
Yeah.
So, winners by default.
That's But you know what, ladies and gentlemen, that's another episode of the Uncovered Podcast with Nick and Femi, and that is the end of the stress series. So after that, we're gonna be back to doing that, talking that talk. So, but till then, like, comment, subscribe, share, reach out to everybody. If you guys found this engaging, you loved it, share with someone else, pass it on. Someone else will find it valuable as well. So.
And we want your feedback, you know what I mean? Like if you got anything that you want to say to us or about us or about Nick.
What about Femi?
Nah.
Yeah, you don't want to hear it. He's
a bit
stuff like that.
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to hear it.
Coming at me, yeah.
If you have anything you want to say about any of us, like definitely like chuck it out there, put a review, message us, abuse Nick on Instagram and Facebook. Like he said he really likes being abused. So if anybody wants to abuse Nick, I'll put his number in the bio. Right here.
Yeah, you're gonna edit it?
Maybe.
Yeah, impossible. So you know it's not gonna be there.
I edit number, his address. That's what's gonna be there.
Yeah. Whatever, champion, whatever.
That's it. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe.
Adios.
Peace.